All right, everybody, update. All right, so dollar index bounced back up to the 52-week high. Actually, it's just slightly below the 52-week highs. Got up there today, reversed yesterday's sell-off. So as of this video, it's trading at 95.60. No big deal. It may even make a marginal new high. All right, I will say that. It has momentum. It may even make a marginal new 52-week high. And by the way, the British pound made a new 52-week low. So there you go. But British pound has that whole Brexit cloud hanging over it. And that's all zombie trading action. All right. Now, let me state a couple of things. First of all, me personally, I do not let price affect my position. And what I mean by that is I get into a position based on an understanding of the macroeconomics, an understanding of policy and the effect that has on the markets. Because policy drives everything, all right? You have the people at the controls. You have the people at central banks. You have the fiscal authorities. Maybe in some cases you have cartels or monopolies like price setters like OPEC, for example. They decide, all right? So what I do is I see what decisions they take, what policies they enact, and I act accordingly based on my understanding through MMT of how that will affect the markets. And this is a macro trading approach. I do not let price cause me to move any way in or out of the position. I have to wait either for that policy to change or something of that nature. So this price rise, by the way, this is still an upward correction in an overall downtrend in the US dollar, downtrend brought about by the factors that I've been telling you for a long time. Now, I tell people it's very, very important to maintain perspective. I mean, without perspective, you could be staring at the screen all day long, and every little blip up or every little blip down, you think that's meaningful. You jump in, you jump out, you reverse yourself, you think something's happening when it's not. So, I mean, I listen, I hear people talking. And the main rationale that is out there for the dollar's rally is the rationale, at least in their minds, of rising interest rates. But we know that just doesn't hold water. You've had 7 rate hikes since December 2015. The dollar index was at 99 at that time. It's at 95.60 right now. And actually, if you want to look from the beginning of 2017, it was at 104, went down to 88, and now it's back up to 95.60, a point where it stopped previously as well. So you had that 7 rate hikes. Remember, the whole narrative about the rate hike thing was that it was going to slow the economy down. Meanwhile, the economy is growing at 4%. It was growing under 2% in December 2015 when the Fed first reversed course and started to raise rates. So the economy has accelerated, just as I said. Inflation has accelerated. By the way, if you look at the PPI today, even though it was unchanged, if you look at the year-over-year change, that's 5.8%. That's rising at the fastest rate since November 2011. So almost a 7-year pace high in the rate of at least commodity inflation. And that, we got that number in July with the agricultural markets. Grains really got slammed from all the tariff and trade war talk, all right? So you had inflation pick up, just as I said it would. Gold prices went up. They went from $1,043 an ounce to $1,220 an ounce, just as I said. And by the way, that $1,220, that's come down a lot from the peak, but it's still up after 7 rate hikes. You have the economy growing at 4% after 7 rate hikes, just as I said. Inflation is up, just as I said. Dollar is down, just as I said. I mean, you could choose to ignore these facts. All right? These are facts. You could choose to ignore these facts and create some story in your head about why rate hikes are bullish for the dollar, but it's just not happening. How about the tariff situation? I've been all over that too. The trade war situation. That is another story that has been created to justify or to explain the rally. And it's a false story. The tariffs are going to raise prices for consumers in the United States. It's inflationary. Either that or it will reduce some supply of goods and services, and that's inflationary, all right? The demand's not just going to go away. I mean, people are going to have to pay higher prices now. You're going to see it. You're going to see it when you go to Walmart. You're going to see it when you go to your supermarket. You're going to see it all over the place. You're going to see it when you buy TVs, when you buy electronics, when you buy computers, when you buy cameras. You're going to see it all over the place. You're going to see it in cars. So that is inflationary. Now, if I took any one of you aside, if you didn't, if we weren't in this conversation about this recent 3-4 month rally in the dollar, if I took any one of you aside and I said, imagine a country that's printing money like crazy, right? Deficit spending like crazy, where inflation is going up, where they're running huge $500 billion a year or more, $600 billion a year or more in trade deficits. Is that a country with a strong currency? You'd say, Mike, are you crazy? Are you nuts? No, what are you talking? Are you talking about Zimbabwe? No, I'm talking about the United States. So you would all agree on that. But yet when it comes to this particular dollar rally, those rules don't apply, right? I mean, that is basically what you're saying here. And of course, anyone who's a rational person would understand that you can't say that. You have no basis to say that. So those are the fundamentals. I mean, you cannot change it or twist it in any other fashion. You had 7 rate hikes, the dollar is down. You had 7 rate hikes, gold is up. You had 7 rate hikes, inflation is up. You had 7 rate hikes, the economy is growing very, very rapidly. Those are facts, all right? I sell into rallies. Dollar index went from 104 to 88. It's up to 95.60. Big deal. I'm short. Big deal. Okay? None of the conditions that I talked about, and more importantly, none of the policies that I talked about have changed. You can create whatever story you want. I mean, you could say aliens have come down from outer space and they are causing the dollar to go up and it's going to keep going up because they have a giant currency magnet that pulls it up. You could make up any story you want, all right? It's a free country. In your mind, you can make up any story that you want. You could do anything that you want if you have the money to do it. I continue to stick with the facts and I continue to stick with the policies that have not changed. Now, if the Fed came out tomorrow and said, that's it, we're done raising rates, and we're going to start cutting rates, well, first, of course, the zombies would sell the dollar like crazy, and that'd be great for me because that would give me my out, but I would completely reverse my position and start selling the dollar. I would start selling the dollar at that point. I would start buying the dollar at that point. If the Fed came out tomorrow and said, that's it, we're done raising rates, we're going to start cutting rates, the zombies would sell the dollar like crazy. That would give me my out. And I would start buying the dollar like crazy. Right? You don't understand that. You don't understand. But that has not happened. If the Congress and the president said tomorrow, that's it, we're making huge draconian cuts to the budget, we're going to balance the budget, I'd start buying the dollar. All right? It's not happening. That hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen. So, everything is on track, folks. I am not worried. Do I look worried? Is this the face of somebody who is worried? No. Am I in a position for 4 months that has been, uncomfortable every morning when I wake up and I have to look at it? Yeah, but you know what? It's like a little fly on my shoulder. That's it. That's it. Brush it right off. Nothing. We'll see who comes out the big winner. All right. Remember, if you want my updates, I send out email updates all day long. Go to pitbulleconomics.com. Sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. September 1st, the rate is going up to $195 a month. If you sign up now, you can get it for $145 a month. Current subscribers are not affected. Your rate will not change. If you were a former subscriber and you quit and you want to come back, I will give you your original rate. How about that? That's a great deal. And by the way, my other subscription product, Zombie Trading, that's a short-term Forex trading service. But boy, that's been knocking it out of the park. Let me tell you, if you want to be long the dollar and short the currencies, that thing has been doing it every single day. And it has stop losses and it has price objectives. So it's the kind of thing that maybe some of you really like. You can go get a 30-day free trial of Zombie Trading. Go to the same place, pitbulleconomics.com, and sign up for a 30-day free trial. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.